yes. One of my personal favorite things in the whole world, animation. Your creations can come to life with a pencil or a computer. You draw frame by frame. You take a mouse from a computer and you just move it frame by frame. That is how you make a movie. And sure, live action's not bad as well. Like, your dream can come into reality. Like, that's okay, but we're talking about animation today, folks. Animation is probably one of the best genres I think I ever laid my eyes on. Animation has its high moments, like good movies, bad movies, terrible movies. But today, we're doing an impossible task today. We're going to be ranking every single best and worst movie from every animation studio ever. Okay, not every animation studio, but you get what I mean. So, go get your review popcorn and let's get to it. Let's start off with a iconic studio. Let's begin with Pixar. Okay, now, here's the thing with Pixar. They have a lot of good movies. No, I'm not joking. They actually have a lot of movies. But the most highest movie on IMDb and Rotten Tomato is WALL-E. Yep, I mean, I can understand why it's WALL-E. I don't know why it's not like Toy Story or Monsters, Inc. Those are pretty good. But I can totally understand why it's WALL-E. This movie has one of the greatest cinematography I think I ever seen in my whole life. Great animation, great characters, without speaking a single word in the movie. And people sometimes hate when characters don't even speak in a movie, which, in my opinion, it's fine, because they can express what they're saying through movement, which I appreciate what Andrew did. The love interest felt so real, and Eve and Molly had a pretty good relationship. These two were really perfect in this movie without speaking a single word. It's insane to me. In this movie, had a pretty good message about caring for the earth. Yeah, so I can understand why WALL-E is one of the best Pixar movies in IMDb's opinion, but the worst Pixar movie from IMDb is Lightyear. It's not Cars 2 anymore. I know, right? Oh boy. Honestly, this movie, it deserves that score, honestly. It's a terrible movie in my opinion. Like, they didn't even get Tim Allen to play, like, Buzz in this movie. They didn't get him to play. They wanted to get Chris Evans for some reason. Which, why? His voice didn't really fit him that well, honestly. The side characters were not even, like, likable in the slightest. They were also very forgettable throughout the whole movie. You can basically remove them and they wouldn't do anything to the story. I'm not even kidding. Maybe the black girl would have done something, but everybody else was still forgettable. The Zurg twist was really weird in my opinion. Like, it's revealed that Zurg is an older version of Buzz, but from the future, which didn't really make sense because in Toy Story 2, we actually figured out that Zurg is Buzz's dad, and, like, it just kind of puts, like, a dent on the timeline for some reason. The only saving grace of this movie is that the animation is good, like, hyper-realistic graphics. And, like, it is just, like, so beautiful to look at. That's the only saving grace of this movie. Slox was actually a likable comic relief character. He was funny. But everything about this movie was kind of bad, honestly, and that's basically it. So the question with Sony is, what's the best movie? Is it Spider-Verse the first one or Spider-Verse the second one? It's the Spider-Verse the second one. What did you expect? Spider-Verse 2 is like the biggest, like my favorite movie from the studio of all time. It's like a big score on IMDb. Look, on its own, Spider-Verse 1 is a respectable film. I mean, it's the one who started this all from the beginning, but at the same time, yeah, I like this one more better. What can I even say about Spider-Verse 2 across the Spider-Verse? I literally just talked about it in the Sony video. It's literally like a masterpiece of a movie. Gwen's backstory, Peter, every single character was likable. Miles was more funnier and actually a character in this movie. He actually has development. He has to go save his dad in the next movie. And I'm super excited for it to come out. Like, just please hurry up and please give it to me already, Kristen. Hurry up! On the other hand, the worst Sony animation on IMDb's opinion is the Emoji Movie. It's the most bland and not uninspiring film of all time. It's the most uninspiring film I think I ever see my eyes onto. It literally has no substance. No characters, no nothing. The characters are not even sensical. They don't even have any real purpose, except for Gene, whose purpose is to be liked. And it's just like, why does this exist? This only exists to make brand deals. The creator of this movie even explicitly stated that this is just meant for brand deals. That's what it is. He actually said this. I'm not even joking. Like, it's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in my whole life. Like, I don't even know what to say, honestly. It has no substance. It's basically just a giant commercial for abs. No substance, not even a good story. The most basic and simple be yourself message, and is basically all I gotta say, honestly. It's boring. What do I say? It's not even, like, funny bad. It's just boring bad. And it makes me want to curl up in a ball like this and just make me not... I don't even want to watch movies anymore. It makes me want to curl up into a ball and never watch movies for the rest of my eternity until I die. And basically, I don't want to make this, like, very long, but it's a terrible movie, so that's basically it. Okay, Warner Bros. Highest rated movie is The Iron Giant. The Iron Giant's good. Yeah, I don't disagree. I actually think it's pretty good. I love the story about a gun. I love the idea of this movie because the creator of this movie actually had a dark story when making this movie. His sister was shot by a gun, and that's pretty sad. Then he asked the question, what if guns didn't want to be a gun? That's a great idea. And I love the lesson in the movie. I love this lesson. You can choose who you want to be. It's a really great movie. But, like, compared to the rest of the other Warner Bros. Animation movies, I want it to be the Lego movie. This should be the highest rated one. But I can understand why it's the Iron Giant. But on the other hand, Warner Bros. Lowest rated animated movie is Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. And my God, it deserves the score so bad. It's very bad. The characters are very forgettable. The Looney Tunes are somehow even not in this movie at all, even though it's literally centered around them. They literally got no screen time at all until the middle half of the movie. LeBron is a terrible actor. I don't even hate this guy. I feel like he's a good basketball player, but he's just an overall terrible actor in my opinion. And instead of an actual basketball game focused on the Looney Tunes and LeBron beating the Goon Squad, it's not. It has a basketball game. But you know who the crowd is? It's every single goddamn Warner Bros. Character. I am not joking. You got the Iron Giant, you got Scooby-Doo, you got the Yogi Bear, you got Yabba Dabba Doo, you got... You know what, I'm not even gonna waste my time on this movie. I already did a whole rage bait on this movie on the Warner Bros. Ranking video. Please go watch that video if you want to know my actual opinion of the movie. It's very bad. Yeah, it's like terrible. It's just a commercial for every single Warner Bros. Character and everything that Warner Bros. Owns. It's basically Warner Bros. Just flexing off what they own, honestly. Don't even ask me what that logo was at the end. I don't even know why he changed it. But anyway, the highest rated Disney movie on IMDb is The Lion King. Yeah, that's what it is. Literally, it's actually The Lion King. I don't hate it. I actually think The Lion King is good. I actually think it's a great movie. Honestly, great message about how you can't always like run from the past. The past will always come for you. I love that message. But like, there's so many other good Disney movies, and you just pick, like, the most, boring and safe one. Don't kill me, but it's still a good movie regardless. But the least favorite animated Disney movie is Home on the Range, and, I have to agree with that so much, actually. This movie is very boring, honestly. It's like the most boring farm movie I think I ever seen. I don't even like farm movies, honestly. It's like, they're like boring. If I had to give props, I guess the villain was pretty good. He had great motives. I liked it. And Steve Buscemi is in the movie. That's a pretty cool cameo, I guess. Overall, I really feel like it's the most forgettable movie of all time, honestly. I really don't recommend it to anyone. It's kind of boring. Alrighty, now Studio Ghibli. I couldn't find a video of the logo anywhere, I'm sorry, but the highest rated movie is Spirited Away, and I actually haven't watched Spirited Away yet, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go watch it real quick. This movie is amazing. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I liked it, but I don't know why. The world is creative and beautiful. The characters are so likable. The animation is so good. The story is amazing as well. Studio Ghibli is like a whole different animation studio from Pixar and Disney. It's just like, wow. And I just don't know what to say about it. It's like genuinely one of the best movies I think I ever seen from an animated movie. Like Spider-Verse is definitely number one, but I feel like this one has taken the number 2 spot, honestly. On the other hand, the worst ever Studio Ghibli movie ever made on IMDb is Ghibli. Ghibli is, I didn't like it. Oh no, I didn't like it. This is genuinely sad. I thought this would like be the only one studio who like didn't have like a necessarily bad movie, but just like a meh movie. This is actually a bad movie. Igwig is a movie about this girl named Igwig who was just a baby and was dropped off at the adoption center and at the orphanage, and she got picked up by these 2 witches, and then the family at first is like a terrible family, but at the end they become a very loving family, which that last part, that doesn't even happen on screen at all. It doesn't even happen on screen at all. Like, the last thing I just mentioned where they all become love and family doesn't even happen on screen at all. It just passes like 2 years and they just become love and family. Like, what's that? And the weird character moment is like Igwit's mom appears and she knows that the witches adopted her, so why did she even drop her off in the first place? Did she want Igwig, or like at least explain it, honestly? Like, Igwit is she's a likable protagonist. I feel like every single character is likable in this movie. But the plot is the worst part about this movie, honestly. The animation is good. You actually know there's animators and people who actually work on this movie. And sometimes you actually feel like it's AI generated, which I am so sick of AI. I literally just talked about it in the recent video of YouTube. Like, by the way, YouTube, screw you for taking my streaming ability back. Woo! But aside that, Igwit is not really like a bad movie, honestly. It's an actually perfectly enjoyable movie. But the plot is probably the worst part about this whole movie, honestly. Bluesky was a wonderful studio, in my opinion. They set out what they wanted to do. Make people laugh and then have a good time in the theater. But there was a certain mascot. His name is Mr. Mike Scott. Mr. Mice himself. He decided to shut down the studio, and I'm not forgiving him once and all. Bluesky is a weird studio. They have good movies, but they somehow have questionable movies sometimes. And their highest rated movie is Ice Age. Ice Age is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie about that statement. That's actually a pretty good movie. It's not trying to be any like Disney Pixar type of studio, but it has the right heart, honestly. Manny's backstory was generally the best part. Sid is honestly the best character I think I ever seen in the whole movie. Fight against me that because I like this guy. He will always be my bro. Do not question me at all. If you do question me, go to the dungeon and go think about what you did. Sure, Diego's arc might be a little predictable, and already know he's gonna be a good guy and turn on his old guys, but like, the animation isn't that great. I mean, specifically, it was in 2002, so I have to give them some grace about that. They couldn't really do anything good around 2002, but that's okay. The humans were literally forgettable. They were literally just a plot device, honestly. Yeah, Ice Age is pretty good. I won't argue against that. However, their worst rated movie is Ice Age 5. And, my God, This is honestly the worst movie on this list so far, honestly. Like, the worst movie on this list. I'm not even joking. I actually hated this movie. Now, don't get me wrong. This is, like, the worst thing on the word. There's so many other bad movies. By the way, should I rank every single bad movie I reviewed on this channel? Because, there will be a lot of rage on that video if I ever made that. But this is generally one of the most unfunny Ice Age movies, honestly. It's like, they got the most basic kid jokes, and it's got the most garbage jokes with Eddie and Crash. Like, I literally hate these two. I want them to get shot. Sid is honestly the best part about this movie again. I mean, if you put this guy on any movie, even if it doesn't make sense, the movie's already good. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. Put him in a movie, I will like it. And, like, Sid getting a girlfriend in this movie was honestly the best part about this whole movie. Considering how much this guy has been getting dumped by girls, I am so happy he found a woman he actually loves. Like, thank God for him, man. But what the problem with this movie is, the logic's not here at all. Like, logic is basically like, all right, bros, I'm gonna see you, like, not for a while and probably not forever. Like, it's basically gone. Like, bye-bye, logic. Hope you had a great summer. The only saving grace in this movie is that the animation is good. Sid is actually a likable character in this movie. And that is basically it. So let's move on to the next studio, please. Okay. Hear me out. Why does Illumination actually cook with their intros? I'm not even joking. Some of these are actually pretty good. I'm not even joking. Like, can we all agree on that statement? Anyway, Illumination is the terrible studio. Their highest rated movie of all time is Despicable Me. Like, the first ever Despicable Me movie, not the 2, 3, or other ones. Like, this is really one of their best movies, on IMDb's opinion. And I honestly can't agree with that statement. It's a good movie to this day. Gru's arc is still good about not loving the girls to loving and accepting family. And, like, the minions were well used in this movie without being marketed as much. And I like that. That's what we wanted the minions to be like. But when Illumination saw dollar signs on this movie, they said, how about we just make the minions the main characters, right? Despicable Me 1 actually felt like it came from a place of joy and actually caring about a story. And I honestly appreciate that, but Illumination's worst rated movie is Hop. And my God, Hop is actually the worst one, honestly. I'm not even joking. Like, it's terrible. I hated it. Like, Fred is the only likable character in this movie because he's actually reasonable. But, like, everybody else in this movie was honestly so terrible. Like, Eevee was, like, the most annoying character in this whole movie. He was the main character. Like, he's voiced by a terrible person overall anyway, so, like, why should I even care for this character? Like, he's not even likable at the same time. But I will admit, the songs are pretty good, but, like, that's basically it. Get in the bin, dude. What? Wait, why are we booing? Wait, why are we booing all of a sudden? What? Why are we booing? You didn't put the original Nickelodeon logo movie on you. You should be booed for all the time you have. Are you serious? You're booing because I didn't put the original logo on here? It's a ranking video. I don't have all day for this. Did I even ask you if we care? Put the original logo on there now. Okay. Damn. I'll put it on here for you sore losers. Damn it. There. Are you guys happy now? Are you happy that I put the original logo? Are you happy? Are you serious? We're clapping for this? Are you freaking kidding me? This is a ranking video, for God's sake. Why? This is just a logo, for God's sake. Hey, Brayden, I don't want to be political or, like, be, like, defensive of you, but I have to agree with the audience. The original logo is an absolute classic logo. Ronnie, I think it's a great logo too, but I don't want to add that. I want to add the current logo. Like, why does everybody care? It's a logo, for God's sake. I mean, I can understand why people love the original logo, which I respect. I like the original logo too, but I gotta keep with the I gotta keep up with the current one. You know what I mean? I guess so. I'll see you next time, Brayden, on the one hand video. Oh, right. I do have to get on that someday. I guess so, Ronnie. See you there. So Nickelodeon as a company is kind of controversial to talk about because the horrible things they have done behind the scenes. But their highest rated movie of all time is Rango. I did not even know this was a Nickelodeon movie. I actually didn't know that at all. And the score is 7.2. So for a studio to have like their first ever like big movie for a 7.2 is pretty bad. But I feel like it deserves more than this. It's actually a good movie. But honestly, making this the best rated movie from Nickelodeon is a crime. I feel like the original SpongeBob movie should be up here. Like, it's a classic movie. I get that Rango... I know why some people might love Rango. But honestly, I feel like the SpongeBob movie is just a little better than this movie. But anyway, Rango is good. The animation's good. The characters are all likable. The story about the water, like, not existing on the town. They have to get more water is really cool. And Rango's character development was really good as well. But overall, on Nickelodeon's worst rated movie is the Sandy Cheeks movie, the SpongeBob Sandy Cheeks movie. And my God, this actually hurted me. This is probably worse than the Emoji movie, honestly. It has no substance. It's boring. I hate Sandy in this movie. I don't know why I did. She's like the most interesting character to put on a screen. But somehow, they made her unlikable somehow. SpongeBob is an idiot here. Like, he says the most stupid things that the writers think they could put on here to make everybody laugh. But no, they just made him unlikable. Sandy's parents, they were cool. I actually liked them. The circus stuff they have was pretty cool. But like, yeah... That's basically it. Honestly, this movie is more worse than the Emoji movie, which is not a good sign at all. Okay, moving on to Laika Studio, the stop-motion studio. I couldn't find a logo intro for them, so this is the best I got, okay? Laika is a very interesting studio. They have a lot of good movies like Coraline, Missing Link, and Cuba, and Paranoma, and so much more. And they're finally coming back with their next movie called Wildwood, which I'm very excited for, by the way. Please go see that movie. I hope it does well. Anyway, back on the topic. Laika's highest rated movie on IMDb is Coraline. And this is like the scariest movie to do it. I'm not even joking. This movie is pretty good. It's actually terrifying. Even as a 14-year-old, it's pretty scary to my opinion. I love the story that it tells. It tells you to be careful for what you wish for, and I like that message a lot. Coraline is a very likable character. All the jokes go hard, and I actually like this movie a lot. However, Laika's lowest rated movie on IMDb is Missing Link, which I don't get the hate for, honestly. I actually like this movie. I don't even understand the hate for it, honestly. It's a pretty good movie. Not, like, amazing, but good. Like, for instance, Hugh Jackman is in it, which I like it when Hugh Jackman is in anything, honestly. The Missing Link was a really likable protagonist, in my opinion. The story was okay, and the humor was pretty good. I will say the middle act did fall apart, but overall, still a good movie. Dreamworks has a lot of movies, so what is their highest rated movie of all time on IMDb? The highest rated movie on IMDb from Dreamworks is How to Train Your Dragon. This movie is honestly the best one. The soundtrack was beautiful, the direction was beautiful, the story was beautiful, the characters were all likable, and the character development with Toothless and Hiccup were generally the best part. These two just make a great duo. What can I even say, man? However, the worst rated IMDb Dreamworks movie of all time is The Boss Baby 2. Honestly, it's kind of bad, but an overall improvement from the first movie. I really like Tim and his daughter. They have a pretty good dynamic with each other, and it's pretty sweet to see on screen. There wasn't any, gross humor in this movie, which I appreciate. The jokes were a lot more better in this movie. It's not just, oh, goo goo gaga, that's the joke. But, there's a lot of better jokes in this movie, which I appreciate. The whole conflict with Tim and his daughter is definitely good. And it's a great lesson, I will admit that. But the villain was kind of garbage, honestly. And it's not a good movie by any means, but it's a whole lot more better than the first movie, which was just confusing in my opinion. But yeah, this is a lot more better than the first Boss Baby movie, but it's still a bad movie, honestly. And the whole conflict with Tim and his brother was really confusing in my opinion, because the whole thing is like they don't see each other anymore or something like that. But like Ted was like allowed to come back into Tim's house anyway, so like what? Like, what are we doing? Alrighty, that does it for today's video. That's all the studios. That's not every animation studio. But if you guys want another part 2 video, I guess I'll find some more studios to do, I guess. But for now, this is probably going to be the only part we get. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's try to get to 240 subscribers. That's our goal. So thank you for watching, and have a blessed day. Thank you.